Slang through the decades, the decades, the decades, the decades. Slang through the decades.
That was beautiful.
Thanks. Welcome to a special edition of As for the Rest of Us. Playing a fancy new game called Slang Through the Decades.
Yes. We will consider this basically a traditional episode as of right now. It might end up being something that we do into, regular episodes every other episode or something like that, just from here on out, depending on how you guys enjoy the game. So, since I'm not the one that kind of came up with the thing, I'm going to let Shaad give you a quick one tootsie.
Okay.
I'm going to try and just start using words that I think might be in this list, but I don't know.
Okay. I like it.
Give it a go. What on Watootsie?
So, this is a game that, in typical fashion of me, doesn't really make a lot of sense with the rules and whatnot.
Sure.
And it's going to be complicated.
Yes.
And hopefully you guys are along for the ride. But so, Slang Through the Decades, and I'm saying slang, S-L-A-N-G.
Slang.
As in, words that aren't, normal words, but are slang words,
Yes.
So, the rule of the game is that we have decades, and within each decade there are different slang words that people use. And so what I've done is gone through, for the last 12 decades, starting in the 1900s, going up to the 2010s, or the '10s, or whatever the hell they call them.
We'll call it the 2010s.
2010s.
Yeah.
The tenths. Not to be confused with the 1910s. And so in each decade is a different point system. So the goal of the game is to see if you are more of a grandpa than me.
Yes.
In a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the person who uses the most outdated words wins.
And of course, feel free to play along at home. I have just written the names of ourselves on here. We're going to have a point system he has come up with. There's 12 decades, technically, that we're going through.
Technically.
So the oldest ones, whenever we go through the 1900s, if we use them on a regular basis, those will be worth 12 points apiece.
You got it.
And then on down the line, so 2000 or 1910s would be 11 points, and so on and so forth as it goes along. So that'll be how we actually tally points. Feel free, like I said, to play along at home. And is there anything else that I missed?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think that this is kind of where we start this thing off. I will warn you that the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, if we get that far in this first session of Slang Through the Decades, I may have to do a little digging to find my notes, because all of the rest of it is all nicely presented, but the rest of it's kind of all jumbled up.
That's totally fine. Well, seeing as how we'll probably just try to keep this episode right around 45 minutes. We don't want it to be overly too long, and we want it to be able to extend into multiple parts.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like I said, if you guys like, then just let us know in the comments below, whether it be on Facebook or on YouTube, and then just hit us up and let us know what you thought of it. If you thought it was a fun game and you guys want to play it amongst yourselves,
Yeah.
We're going to use this time also to just kind of discuss back and forth about if we've used the words, and potentially what kind of sentence maybe we would have used it in if we to use it on a regular basis.
Like a spelling bee.
Yeah, kind of.
Except we're not going to spell the word.
We're not. We're just going to ask. We're going to ask to use it in a sentence, and that's it. We're not going to spell shit.
No.
We might spell shit, but that's just because it's short and we use it on a daily basis.
And it depends on if it's on this list.
It might be.
So we're in the 1900s.
1900s.
Let me take you back 114. No.
Maybe part 2. I'll get some sweet new background for us that says whatever decade we're in.
Oh, okay.
With some jazz hands. I don't know. We can do that whenever we transition from this screen to the other. But for right now, I was completely unprepared that we were going to do this. So
it's all right.
Here we go.
Okay, 1900s. First word is bash.
Right.
Now, bash, when I first read this, I didn't really understand it. But it stands for a drunken spree. But you had said, well, what about a birthday bash? Like a birthday party. And
like a party.
Yeah. And so
Maybe, I guess technically, I hear birthday bash, and I almost sometimes sort of think of like a kid's party.
Yeah, which probably isn't a drunken spree.
It's not a drunken spree often, but I don't know. It's not. I mean, not culturally. It might be somewhere else.
That's true.
Morocco. They
mean,
might have their 3-year-old children get plastered.
I mean, I think you go like 20 minutes down the road, and there's plenty of people that get drunk at a 3-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah.
So
I know what house you're talking about.
So bash. Do you get points for bash? Do you use bash?
I'm gonna say no because I don't use it on that regular of a basis. Whenever I go to a birthday party or if I'm going out hanging out with friends, I just use the term drinking or whatever. I don't use bash.
Me either.
Okay.
No
so
bash.
we get 0 points for bash.
Okay.
What did you get? Cool. I like that.
So the second word is goop. Goop.
Like I got goop in my shoes?
No, you would think so. No, it's a stupid person.
No, not in that sense. I've never used goop.
Never even heard it, actually.
Goop is a stupid person?
No, yeah.
What a goop.
But we could. I like
that.
That
sounds like something that would be in the 1900s. Like on old-time radio. President Roosevelt today was outside. What a goop.
What a goop. So then hanging.
Like hanging around?
It's excellent or outstanding, and they actually have a phrase here. Hang a new tie there, old man.
Hang a new tie there, old man?
Hanging new tie there, like it's a hip new tie that you have there. It's an outstanding new tie. Hang a new tie there, old man.
No.
No, never.
Never.
I mean, like my balls have been hanging.
Yeah.
And
have they?
Yeah.
In your nice new toilet, you lucky son of a bitch.
But never.
Why am I getting so much ink on my thumb?
You got a leak.
I guess. This is a brand new pen.
Oh. Not a brand new pen.
Ah.
Okay, so this game is going great so far.
It's the Paper Make Ink Joy. It's a hanging new pen.
You did it.
Thanks.
So
points for myself.
HEP. HEP. Which is part of the current musical culture. Oh. The cat is HEP.
Does that, like... So, like, Island in the Sun?
HEP, HEP.
And it's part of music. Do I get points for that? HEP, HEP.
Well, see, I don't even understand this because it says it's part of the current musical culture and says that cat is HEP. I guess cat would be another slang.
Like a cool cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I've used cool cat before. Do I get like 6 points because cat's in there?
I think cool comes out later.
What about cat?
No, cat's not on the list.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe later. I can't guarantee anything.
Alright.
This game is...
I don't get points for that, I guess.
No HEP.
No HEP. Thanks.
Now this one I've heard, but I never use, is a hackshaw, which is a detective.
Hackshaw Ridge? By the famous director Clint Eastwood.
No, I don't think it's like that. And I want to say that I've used this, but I haven't. But Weisenheimer. Someone who thinks he or she is smarter than everyone else.
I've used that before.
What a Weisenheimer.
I've used that before.
You get points. 12 on the board for just.
Do I get to mark? Do I write 12 or do I do 12?
Are you got a Roman numeral mark? No, I don't.
Roman numerals only. If you play this game and you don't know Roman numerals, just stop.
You get an X22.
I get an X22. I'm not gonna do that. This is gonna get way too complicated once I get to like 50. I have to remember L's and V's and C's.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write 12.
Yeah, 12's good. I mean, we can add numbers just fine.
I don't know about that. But.
So that's 1900 slang. Short list. If we want to go back for bonus points later on.
I will say that there was... no, I'm lying. Go ahead and continue. I was going to say, like, maybe there's not enough slang because that's when World War I started, but it didn't start until 1914.
That's good that you didn't say that, but you did.
Yeah.
No, there's actually 1800s, like, genital slang, which is another whole game that we could play as genital slang.
An old genital game that takes up 45 minutes that's a ripe episode for us for the rest of us. That sounds like a fun time.
Okay.
Okay.
Into the 1910s.
Yes, please.
Picture it.
Yeah. The big city. The greatest war.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Are we in
what that was? Wonder Woman.
So date is our first word, which is, you would think it's like, oh, I'm gonna go on a date,
Or a fruit.
or a fruit, which wouldn't really be slang, I guess, for it. It'd be technical term.
It's just, yeah.
No, it's a stupid person again. So we
Really?
got a goop and a date.
They called a date was a stupid person?
I didn't make it up.
No, I don't use that. I'm 0
I
points.
don't use it.
I have 0 points.
Duck soup, which is something easy.
Would that
Like, that's duck soup.
not in that term? The only time I've ever used duck soup was for the literal or for like the movie, but the
What's the
movie didn't
movie?
come out then. That was the Marx Brothers movie was called Duck Soup,
Oh, I know.
but that didn't come out
Was
in the
it easy?
1910s.
Was it about doing something easy?
It wasn't about duck soup,
Oh, maybe it was about doing something easy.
potentially, but I think that movie came out in like the 40s.
It could have still stuck around. I mean, there's all
Yes.
kinds of slang that was from the 80s that we're still using today.
Yeah, radical,
Radical.
sabbatical,
Word.
radical sabbatical.
Words in the 80s.
Yeah,
Uh,
palatial, regalia.
so the next one on the list is gas.
Like
Like a joke.
It's a gas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've used that.
You do use it?
Not on a regular basis, but I've used it.
You've used
Does
it?
that count?
11 points for Justin Harris.
What about you?
No.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not doing great.
23 points. Does that mean I'm old? I'm an old soul?
Yeah, I think so. But here's the thing. I think that I'm going to pick it up on the back end.
That's what she
Because
said.
I use a lot of current but outdated slang.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'll get you. This game will get hot. It'll get heated.
I mean, I was still also born in the 80s, so I might be right there with you,
Shit.
too.
You're right. Okay. Next one is a grifter, which is a con artist.
Not on a regular basis, but I've used it before.
Which there was like an episode of Community where they did grifting classes.
Mhm.
I didn't know what the hell that meant. And I was like, I don't get this. But now I do.
Con person.
It's a con artist.
So you've used it before.
I have not. I've seen
On
the
a regular
episode.
basis.
No.
You're a grifter.
You can't put me on the board.
I'm putting you on the board.
No, you can't.
Complimentary 11 points for Shaad.
Keep feeling bad. Feeling bad on my own game. That's alright. Hoosgow?
No.
Hooseggow. One word.
I
Hoosgow.
thought this wasn't a spelling bee.
Is a prison.
A
A
hoosgow?
prison is a hoosgow. Yeah.
I'm out. Don't know what that is.
Jake, which means all right. Everything is Jake around here.
I've heard it used for other terms other than that, but it's more current stuff.
So less than Jake, you think is less than all right?
Probably.
No.
I don't know.
On the make.
I'm on the make again.
What's it mean?
On the make?
On the
I'm
make.
on the make again.
Is flirting, making advances on people. Sandra was really on the make last night.
Oh,
She was a
shit.
slut.
What a dirty whore.
She was on the make.
She was.
And what does that mean? Like I'm on the make? Like I'm on the move to make love?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the make.
He took her up to Prospect Point.
Yes.
He was on the make.
He's gonna get her. He's gonna get her. And then last but not least for our 1910 slang is meat hook, which is a hand, which my grandfather uses on a normal basis.
Okay.
So look at that meat hook, but I don't use it.
No.
So if I were him, I would win points
Right.
for that. But it's a hand.
Do you get like residual points? Like
I get like half.
5.5?
No, I don't think so.
5.5 points?
So the long use is preferably used when yelling at the police to stop dragging you to the hoosgow.
Get your meat hooks off me. Like that?
Yep. So
I would say mitts. You know what I mean?
yeah, mitts.
I've used
your
mitts
mitts off me.
before.
Yeah.
That's a very Sin City thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which I would feel would be like a 20s, 30s kind of type thing.
Speaking of the 20s,
Holy shit!
we're in the 20s now. So 1920 slang. Now I think we're gonna get into some things that we use. I, for one, know that I'm gonna get some points.
Oh, I can't wait to give you 10 points.
All right. So 23 skidoo.
I've used that.
You used it.
I've used it.
All right. It means to get going, move along, leave, scam.
What about Shaad? Has he used a 23
I
skidoo?
have not used 23 skidoo.
Come
I
on.
haven't.
Come on.
I haven't. You're doing great though.
Thank you.
The cat's pajamas.
I've used that too.
I have used the cat's pajamas.
Sure. 43 and 10.
which we know is the best.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Is the cat's
Yeah,
pajamas?
That's the cat's pajamas.
Yeah, absolutely. I've used the cat's pajamas. Gams, which are legs.
I've heard that used.
I have
I've
heard
not
it.
used it.
I haven't used it.
Now that you mention it, yes.
It's a Gams. The real McCoy.
It's the games.
It's a Gams.
The Real McCoy is a band.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
They're Another Night. Another night, another dream.
Oh, is that the Real McCoys?
That's the name of them.
So
That's the only term that I've never used it in its actual term. I know what it is, but
I gotcha. What is it?
the Real McCoy, it's the real deal.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's a genuine, sincere, the real thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I've
haven't
not
used
used it. Not unless I'm talking about like the actual
band.
little band. I'm not used
I
to
gotcha.
the Real McCoy on a regular basis.
What about Hotsy Totsy? Everything's Hotsy Totsy over here, Justin.
I've not Shaad. No.
I haven't used it either. It means perfect, though.
I believe you. Is it Hotsy Totsy over there?
It is Hotsy Totsy over
How's
here.
that White Rock
I'm doing
treating
swell.
you?
I'm rocking White Rock. I'm actually double fisting some
What's
White
on
Rock.
there?
As you can see behind me, there's another jar, a bottle
Jar.
of White Rock.
White Rock. He's double fisted White Rock. It's White Lightning.
It's like
What is
Tinkerbell on an iceberg.
It's Tinkerbell, but she's depressed as shit.
She's getting ready to throw up. She's like, White Rock.
White Rot.
Next word is mall, which is a female companion of a gangster.
A maw?
A mall.
M-A-W?
M-O-L-L.
Oh, M-O-L-L.
Right.
No.
Look at that mall.
Every man has a Molly?
Yeah. My Molly. Next word we both get points for. Speakeasy.
Yay!
A place where alcohol is illegally sold and drunk during Prohibition.
Look, how is that so weird? It's 53 is my number, and Speakeasy was in the list of the 53 songs that was made up the 52.
Yes.
Go check us out, soundcloud.com/S for the rest of us.
Yep.
I'm sure that song's on there.
You might even hear it today.
Oh, shit.
Next word, the bee's knees.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think everybody's used that.
I get that one too.
I use that at least once a week in text messaging. Not even joking.
I like when everything's cool. Like cat's pajamas, bee's knees, hotsy totsy. I mean, anything that's going to be like, I'm doing
Since
great.
you've seen this list and you've helped compile the stuff that's on there, have you started using any of it in your... You know what I mean?
No, because I threw it together and then I didn't even look at most of it.
You could be the reason why like Hotsy Totsy starts coming back.
Yes, I will be.
Right.
No, it's not even a question.
Yeah.
It will happen.
You could or you could start using meat hook on a regular, like grab a dude by his shoulders and like, get my meat hooks in you.
Yes, please. Hotsy totsy meat hooks.
Delicious.
Sounds like a nice thing. All right, now we're going into the next word, which is banks closed.
Banks closed?
Banks closed. Like, the bank is closed.
I've used that before.
For what?
When the bank is closed.
That's not...
Well, it's a holiday. I mean, 4th of July, you think the bank's closed. That one.
So, that means no kissing or making out. So if you were, like, trying to get fresh with me, I'd be like, sorry, babe, bank's closed.
Thanks.
And you'd know, like...
I'm glad that you are keeping me on the up and up for that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
yeah,
those lips
banks
sink
closed.
ships.
This one I've never heard either, but it makes sense. Butt me, like B-U-T-T-M-E.
Butt me?
Can you guess?
No.
It means, can I have a cigarette?
Oh, that does make sense, yeah.
Butt me.
Coffin nail.
Yes.
Very fitting, John.
Cash
Did I
or...
miss giving you points on something?
No, I still got 30.
Okay. I felt like I did. Like there was one thing that you said that I didn't.
No. So, this one makes me think that with banks closed, and then this new one, This other one, not new one. It's from 1920s. Cash or check makes me think that somebody thought that a lady was like a bank.
Yeah, it's just like a hot commodity.
Yeah, I like...
You know what I mean? Just like cash these days. Is he just can't... It's the 20s. The Depression started.
It's like... Well, they say cash or check is, do you want to kiss now or do you want to kiss later?
Cash or check.
And I guess cash is now and check means
paper
you got
or plastic.
Yeah.
They didn't have plastic back then. So paper or pepper.
I always thought that and this is going to be weird, but when they said paper or plastic, I thought condoms.
What? Like a paper condom?
Yeah.
I mean, it's used in two different terms though. Also,
cash or check.
Cash or
a
not
plastic
check,
or a paper.
because I mean, checks aren't made of plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Card. Huh?
Paper or plastic would be the plastic would be the card. The paper would be the
cash.
Check.
Cash.
Cash isn't made out of paper.
What's it made out of?
It's made out of... Fuck if I know.
What's a fuck if I know?
Is it not on the list?
Well, they've always used paper or cloth.
Yeah. A dollar bill, it seems like it's closer to fabric
I feel
than
like
it
it's
is
closer
paper.
to paper than anything else. Yes.
Than fabric?
It tears so easily.
So does fabric.
No. Paper or plastic, I've always thought, that could be cash or check.
Mm-hmm. No.
Or cash or card.
Yeah.
Or check or card.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with bagging, depending on if you're at like a grocer, you want like a paper or a plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
They do that anymore because paper's biodegradable.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't want to use.
It's true.
Or, if you go to Aldi's, you have to bring your own damn bags because they don't have shit there for you.
Or a box.
Yeah.
And you can find a box if it's empty.
Yeah.
Man, this episode's riveting.
Slang!
Alright. Chassis.
Like from a car?
Yeah, but what would the slang be?
Like, she's got a nice caboose.
And the female body.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
You ever use that?
Nope.
Nope, me neither.
Just guessing.
Copacetic.
Everything's copacetic.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's all right.
Yep.
Smooth, easy.
You use it?
I've used it before.
I don't use it.
Not on a regular basis. I'm going to not give myself points.
You can do it.
Nah.
Okay.
I've got enough points so far.
You've gotten enough points that you're like, yeah.
Don't worry, I'll let you get caught up.
Dead soldier.
Rest in peace. Excuse me.
Rest in peace. It's an empty beer bottle.
A dead soldier?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep, that's what it says. I didn't make this up, I told you.
You made it up.
The Drugstore Cowboy, which sounds like an awesome song name.
Yeah, or an awesome, career.
The Drugstore Cowboy is a guy that hangs out on a street corner trying to pick up girls.
Why drugstore?
I think because they had drugstores on the corners.
Okay.
Like Walgreens.
Like Walgreens?
It's on the corner of Healthy and Happiness.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Walgreens are on the corner, always.
Or like Bianco's? You remember Bianco's?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Bianco's was do you know where the Bumper to Bumper place is now?
On the corner?
In DuQuoin, on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That was Bianco's. They used to sell, it was a drugstore, and then they also had, it was like a full convenience store too, like old school. Like even back in the day, they used to have, because it had been there for forever, like even since the 50s, whenever it started, and they had, it used to be like a soda jerk parlor in the back, because it had all the other stuff up front, and then in the back was a soda jerk parlor, and they also had some food there. But they've always sold comic books and stuff there too. And then whenever I went there as a kid in the 90s before they shut down, that's whenever I started reading the Rocko's Modern Life comic books and the Ren and Stimpy comic books and a bunch of different ones that they had there.
I wonder if I had been. I must have been in there at some point.
I don't. I feel like they closed down 93 or 94, and
I wouldn't have remembered it.
I remember distinctly the last day that they were open, because they had a bunch of comics still left over, and I bought 2 of them, and they gave me 5 more, just to give me. And then they were also doing a closing sale, and they gave me 2 hot dogs that day too.
Nice.
Yep. Wow. But I was a little kid, so I only ate one and gave the other one to Mom.
That was nice.
I know.
You're such a good. You're such a hotsy totsy kid. Anyways, drugstore cowboy, like the name. So I didn't know this. When somebody says, "I have to go see a man about a dog," do you know what that means?
You gotta take a shit.
I thought so too. This says you're going to buy whiskey,
Used to be.
which is totally different than
I feel
going
like
to take
having
poop.
to take a shit now. Well, I mean, albeit if you drink a lot of whiskey, which has happened to me before, it did have a lot of poop, and it was runny.
A fish.
The PH or F?
F.
Like a wet woman.
I like it better when you guess. This is a better game. A college freshman or a first timer in prison.
Oh, yeah. No,
You ever heard this?
yeah, Shawshank Redemption. Whenever he goes into the prison, they all go, fresh fish, fresh
Oh, yeah?
fish. Yeah, they all start chanting it and shit.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I've used that just because I was quoting the movie, but I didn't pay attention like that.
Not knowing the meaning.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like makes sense that they call them fresh fish.
Yeah. I didn't know.
But I mean, that's fresh meat. Like that. That's, it's prison. It's very rapey.
It is very rapey in prison, unfortunately.
Okay.
Get your wiggle on.
Oh, damn. I feel like that's used in the ethnic communities still to this day.
It doesn't mean dance, though. Or sex or anything along that lines. Not minds.
What?
It means to get going.
Get your wiggle on.
I gotta go wiggle on. I gotta...
What's that one dude?
Get a wiggle on.
The Doug guy. Teach me how to Dougie.
Yeah, teach me how to Dougie.
He's dead. Remember that?
What?
Did you not know that he died?
No, because I didn't even know the song.
Like 6 months after he made that song, he got shot
Oh.
and died.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Rip Dougie.
Rip Dougie.
Giggle juice.
Alcohol.
Yeah, you're a winner.
Not used it. Have you used any of these? Did I not give you points for any of this stuff?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Glad rags.
Gross. That sounds like condoms. Is that what it is?
No.
Go around to the drugstore and
Get some glad rags.
get some glad. See a man about a glad rag.
This is a dumb question, but do they have condoms in the 1920s?
It probably just started.
Oh.
I don't know when condoms originated.
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Fun fact. No, the glad rags are going out clothes. That's the rags you wear when you go out and you have a good time. Glad rags. Get it?
I do get it.
Yeah. See?
When were condoms invented?
knew.
A rubber vulcanization process was invented by
Wow.
Charles Goodyear. Charles Goodyear of the Goodyear tire fame made the condoms. Patented in 1944, the first rubber condom was produced in 1855. By the late 1850s, several major rubber companies were mass producing, among them other items including rubber condoms. More rubbers.
More rubber.
Rubbery rubbers. 11 things you didn't know about the history of condoms.
That's pretty cool.
That's for another episode.
I mean, 1844.
That's impressive.
That's a-
They were literally made of rubber.
Just like black rubber.
I don't think from like a tire rubber, but I meant like it was literally just rubber.
Yeah.
Like as opposed
No
to
latex.
No latex. No.
It wasn't stretchy.
It wasn't.
It was just a
wasn't.
sheath.
It wasn't lamb skin.
It was a dick sheath.
It was. Oh god, that's gonna make me vom. For some reason, you use the term dick sheath. It makes you think of when a dog red rockets.
Yeah.
And like I'm thinking of that shape of the penis.
Yeah.
And then it goes
The hairy part?
eventually. Like
Is the dick sheath?
No, when it's red, it comes out, and then the hairy part, yeah, it's the dick sheath, and it goes
Yeah.
zip. Like they roll it, the lipstick was rolled back up. Mm-hmm. What's the next slang?
Horse feathers. Like, horse feathers.
I've heard that before. I've not used it.
Me neither. A juice joint.
Does that say what horse feathers means, actually?
It's an expletive.
Okay.
Like fuck.
Oh!
Because isn't expletive like a curse?
Yeah, but fuck's been around for longer than that.
But horse feathers is a curse.
Is that like tartar sauce?
Tartar sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Juice joint.
Mm-hmm.
Like a speakeasy,
No.
which is a bar.
Yeah.
Liquor.
Juice joint.
Alcohol.
Gonna go down to the juice joint.
Mall
See
is
a
on
man
here
about a
again.
horse.
But we don't need mall again.
See how
See
they
a
do
man
that?
about a horse.
Go to the juice joint, see a man
Yeah.
about a horse.
Um,
I'm gonna give myself points for that.
so what's that? What's that? So I don't know the difference between the word orchid orchid, and orchard.
That's orchid.
Orchid, okay.
That's not orchard.
So orchard,
Orchid?
an orchid is
Orchid! Kid! Orchid!
Not a KID.
It's orchid. I promise you. It's not like used orchid in the traditional sense, I'm assuming, of what like an actual orchid is.
I got somebody in...
Jesus, dude.
I got somebody in the orchard.
What? What?
I forgot.
Oh no! I'm gonna give you points for trying. Mark it on the board. Chad's got 4 points. I got 63.
I got it.
Oh shit. We've got...
I went to the Kroger one time. I gotta try to tell the story fast before I lose it again. I went to the Kroger one time and I saw these plants for sale and I was like, those are pretty plants. And I saw the name and I was like, it's an orchard. I was like, but there's only one. And so I got it. And I was like, I got you an orchard. And they're like,
to
that's
who?
it. Oh.
Was this recent?
Yeah.
Like to Kim?
Yeah. And so
I got you an orchard. It's only one.
it's like, it's an orchid. And I was like, oh, shit. But every time I see one, I'm like, look, it's an orchard.
Oh.
I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time reading.
This is gonna.
Words.
I just for clarification to you and to the people, this is gonna be something that's gonna have to stretch to other episodes because we've got like 20 minutes left.
Well, we'll get there.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
I like it.
Oh God.
My favorite though is that the last 4 words for the 1920s all mean the exact same fucking thing.
Okay.
Ossified,
Okay.
scrooched,
Scrooched.
SCROOCHED, scrooched, spillificated, and
Spilificated.
spillificated,
Yeah.
and zazzled. All mean drunk. And I've never used any of them.
No, I think I've heard of spilificated and zazzled before.
I love
idea.
scrooched.
Scrooched.
That's my favorite one.
That sounds like something that could easily just get misconstrued for like, hey, you want to touch my scrooch?
Yes.
Like a taint.
Yes, please. 1930s.
1930s. Everything that back then it was all the same voice on the radio.
I'll be a monkey's uncle.
I've used that before.
Me too.
Yep.
What are we on, 9? 10? What do you get for this, 9?
That's 9. I
9
don't like
points.
the integers of 9 idea here.
Yeah, 9 suck. Just in general.
What's
That's 72.
63 plus 72?
Yep.
You're the math magician.
Obviously, we know what I'll be a monkey's uncle is, but it's a sign of disbelief or I don't believe it. A gig is a job, which in the music biz as we are, as a little bit as we have our toe in the music biz, we still use the word gig.
Right.
And so gig goes on the table for us both. Girl Friday is your secretary or female assistant.
My secretary.
Which I didn't think that was what a Girl Friday was,
I
but
don't know what a girl Friday is.
I thought it was
that
like
makes
your
sense.
girlfriend.
I think I've heard that in...
Like your secretary?
No, like...
I've heard Girl Friday.
Maybe in Mad Men? This would have been past that time, but...
That's what I was going to say. Where's Mad Men fall into this?
It's like the late 50s, early 60s.
Oh, we'll
where
get
it all
there.
it takes there.
We'll get
But, like you said, I mean, it could bleed through into...
Sure.
I'm sure I've
absolutely.
probably have seen it in, like, comic books or something before.
Yeah.
Especially like ones that were, like older issues of shit like that took
Yeah.
place back, you know, like... Somebody with a Good Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Juke joint.
Like a jukebox.
Yeah. It's a laid back, like casual and inexpensive establishment with drinking, dancing, and blues music, typically in the southeastern United States.
Southeastern United States? So like Florida?
Yeah.
So why? Why specifically located there for that?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I'm not really sure. Skivvies.
Mm-hmm.
You use skivvies?
I've used skivvies before. We talked about this.
For you.
I mean, not on a regular basis, but I've used skivvies. I sipped up my skivvies.
So I didn't know what this was.
I got 90 points.
But Abercrombie.
And pinch.
Yeah.
Grab a booty and pinch. What's an Abercrombie?
You don't know?
Probably, but maybe not.
That's a know-it-all.
Oh.
Never in my world in life if I had known these things.
So what does that have to do with the actual business of Abercrombie and Finch? Know-it-all, and what is Finch a slang term?
I think it's Fitch.
I thought it was Finch.
I don't think
Is
so.
it Fitch?
Like a bird?
How do you spell it?
A-B-E-R Crombie.
And Kent. We were both wrong. It's Fitch.
That's
You're
Fitch.
right. So what is that?
Because a finch is a bird.
Right.
Say, what's it mean? Type it in. Say, what's it mean?
I was gonna see if they had like a what's new.
No, kids don't care.
What's new at the Abercrombie and Pinch?
I don't know how to say this word, but I be seeing. Oh, that's not even a slang. I be seeing you. Is on here as a slang term for I will be seeing you. I be seeing you.
I'll be seeing you.
I be seeing you is slang for I'll be seeing you.
Yeah, but I've never spelled it with one word.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Out.
So, Abercrombie and Fitch started in
it's two dudes.
1892.
David Abercrombie and Ezra Fitch.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, even before, I mean, that makes sense in the context that it's actually the people's names, but
They're like, oh, you're an Abercrombie.
even if Abercrombie was made to be like a slang term, this is well before that.
Maybe that the Abercrombies were a know-it-all family.
Let's look it up. What about David? Ooh, he looks like a know-it-all. He's got glasses.
He's got glasses
and
and
a
a mustache.
and a bow tie. Kind of
And a hard part in that hair.
He's got a hard part. He looks like Teddy Roosevelt, but without polio.
He does, yeah. Blow your wig.
Like something that's just like, ah! Like
yeah,
that?
I think so. To become really excited.
Yeah. I'm not going to give myself points.
Bumping gums.
Like kissing?
You would think. I thought that. But it's to talk about nothing useful. You're just like talking like stupid shit.
Like
you're just bumping gums. You're just jibba jabba.
Yeah, you're like flapping your jowls.
Flapping your gums.
Flapping your gums. That's
Bumping
probably
gums.
what that changed into
What turned
eventually,
into is
yeah.
flapping. Jaw jacking.
Is that another one, or are you just saying that?
I just made that up.
Oh.
I think people use it. Butter and Eggman.
No.
That's the man with money.
The butter and egg man?
Yeah, Butter and Eggman. He's the man with the money. I think because he can afford butter and eggs. This is the 20s. I mean, it's the 30s.
Yeah. Depression.
Yeah.
He's a real butter and egg man, that guy.
It works. Please use that at least once.
I just did.
Dog soup. I like this
Is
one.
it like duck soup?
I did read this one ahead of time, and I laughed.
No, I don't know.
It's just a glass of water.
Dog soup?
Yeah, because they get a bowl of water.
Oh, it makes so much sense. Oh, that's too literal.
Like, you got any dog soup?
I do. Right here.
Can I bum a dog soup
right here
off
in
you?
my canteen. Oh, that's going to be real loud on the microphone, but maybe we should use that. Wait, hold on. Slang time.
Like when you get one right?
Yeah, it's just rain.
Dizzy with a dame.
No. Like
To-
dancing.
To be really in love with a woman, possibly at risk of endangering oneself.
Oh, shit. That's like Vertigo. You know what I mean? Like the Alfred Hitchcock movie?
No.
No?
I've never seen it.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Kids, look up Vertigo.
Eggs and coffee.
Breakfast.
Like eggs in coffee.
Oh, eggs in coffee.
Not eggs in coffee.
That's sex.
To run smoothly, or in general, phrase of approval, which makes me think that because eggs are runny, or eggs kind of make people poop loose sometimes, and coffee makes people loosen up a little bit. So to run smoothly, I'm thinking that they're relating eggs and coffee
Together that way.
to like it's gonna come out as smooth as your turds.
Gross.
Yeah. Those
Soft-
1930s
soft-
fuckers were
soft
real
serve.
shit obsessed.
They were.
Yeah. Snipe.
Like a gun.
No.
Like sniper, no sniping?
No, I think that's different.
Is it
It's
like
a cigarette.
like 360 no scope? 420 blaze it?
It's a cigarette.
Triple kill? Ooh, baby, a triple!
Well, does that mean like, I'm going to go outside and smoke me a snipe?
I would probably just say, I'm going to go outside and get a snipe.
Yeah.
Probably
that's
not
true.
smoke me a snipe.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of extra words. You're right.
Go go blow a fag
Yeah.
in London.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Watch it. The kiss off.
I've done that before.
The kiss off.
The kiss off. Oh no! Accident.
You did pull up the calculator.
It was an accident.
You're going to keep score with
I
us.
hit the calculator button. Say it one more time. I'm so sorry.
The kiss off.
The final exit.
Yeah.
As in death. No.
Never heard of it even.
No.
You shred it, wheat.
Shredded wheat?
You shred it, wheat.
No.
It means you said it. You said it.
Wheat?
You shred it, wheat.
Who's wheat?
I don't know.
Is this like...
I think it's like a playoff of shredded wheat.
That sounds like 1930s like black jazz players would say that to one another.
It sounds like something that we would have said in the 90s.
You know what I mean? You shredded wheat.
Like, you shred it, wheat. Either way. 1940s. A blockbuster.
Like a movie?
We all use it now. It's a huge success.
Yeah. What's points?
I don't think
8
either.
points for you.
You don't even have points anymore. Like, you
I do, they're up
scribbled
here.
away. Oh.
They're up there. 8
I don't-
points for you. That
Keeping
means
up
you
with-
got 66 points.
Excuse me.
And I've got... 8 points. 98 points.
How do you think that podcasters burp without burping?
What?
Like, I burped.
Look away or leave it in or they edit it out. We just don't edit this podcast.
No. Do you edit that other stupid podcast?
Which one?
The one that you do that's stupid.
Which one are you talking about?
We're not saying that. We're not going to advertise.
Go on, say it, babe. 3 times.
That was good. Do you guys edit, though?
We don't anymore. Dallas was editing it, or Keith, one of the two. And now that we've got the...
Do your fancy pants edit?
Typically, Dallas does it and just goes ahead and edits it, because it's a pretty quick edit, and we usually leave most of this shit in.
I got you.
A lot of times, if he edits it out, is if he forgets, or somebody forgets that they're like I know he vapes occasionally, and so does Keith.
Okay.
If they forget to mute the mic before they vape it or whatever,
I got
real
you.
quick, they'll edit that out, just a quick snippet of it from their audio, but that's it.
Oh. Huh. Do you guys send in, like, 4 audio tracks, or just 1 audio track for all of it?
He mixes it. It's
all just 1 track when
It's
it goes
2 tracks, yeah, but it's set as 2 tracks because he records the Skype and his own individually.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Gotcha.
but he mixes it and sends it in that way.
Okay.
He's just making it easier for them because technically they said that they would do all of that.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that was really exciting for
Nice
you all.
sidebar, guys. This is how podcasts work.
So, Keeping Up with the Joneses.
That's like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's a really shitty reality show from a family that nobody cares about or knows. It's that family of the Joneses that live in DuQuoin that live on the west side.
Competing to have a lifestyle or socioeconomic status comparable to one's neighbors.
I don't think I've used the Joneses before like that.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Excellent, clever, sophisticated, fashionable, or enjoyable.
So like cool as in like still the same sense.
That's cool.
That was made in the 40s?
40s.
That's really crazy.
40 slang.
74. 106.
Sitting in the hot seat.
Ooh, like the pressure's on.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the hot seat.
It's a highly uncomfortable or embarrassing situation.
I've used that before.
Yeah? Nope.
No?
Nope.
Really?
Yep. I'm not as old as I thought.
I thought you would have been older. I thought you seem like you use a lot of
I would have thought.
Nito Keen slang. Nito Keen slang terms.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was doing. 114.
Yeah. Smooch.
Like kisses?
Yeah. I
You've
used
used
it.
that.
Smooching.
Smoochy boochies.
Cook with gas.
Now you cooking with gas like that?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I've used it, but I don't think I use it all the time.
Like, consistently. Now we're cooking with gas. Or oil. Or, I'll switch it up.
Now you're cooking with peanut oil.
Yeah.
Like that.
Some canola.
Canola.
Now you're cooking with canola. Having trouble adding?
No, I'm 120.
Oh.
122. Was my bad.
Dead hoofer.
I was just paying attention and then also trying to add at the same time. A dead hoofer?
Mm-hmm,
That's what I got in the trunk of my car.
Dead hoofer.
Uh-huh.
That's a hooker.
Yeah.
It's different. That's a bad dancer.
Yeah?
It's a dead hoofer.
I like my women like I like my coffee.
Dead hoofer.
Ground up and in the freezer.
No.
I'm sorry. I apologize to all the women listeners.
Ducky shin cracker.
No.
I will never use this, but I wish I could.
Ducky shin cracker?
Ducky shin cracker.
Okay.
Is a good dancer.
A good dancer?
So you got a dead hoofer, which is a bad dancer, and a ducky shin cracker, which is a good dancer.
A ducky shin cracker.
Ducky shin cracker.
How was that even something that caught on? That's just a mouthful for saying, like, he's good at dancing.
He's a ducky shin cracker. Mm-hmm.
No.
Dunkashin.
Dakashane? That's thank you.
Does that mean something?
That's
Yeah.
thank you.
See? It's close.
And no. It's not.
Dunkashin cracker. Thank you, cracker.
Thank you, cracker.
Hi, sugar. Are you rationed?
Hey, honey, do you have food?
Oh, you were so close. It was, are you going steady? Do you have a boyfriend? Hey, sugar, you rationed?
You using that
these
days?
Using that?
You using that these days?
This one I've never heard of in my life is motorized freckles.
No.
Which are insects.
Yeah. No, never.
No.
Motorized freckles?
Yeah. Look at all the motorized freckles you got.
Oh, no. They're
Those would be
insects.
bugs.
They're outside.
Look
Like
at
you're
all
sitting
them
there like
motorized-
field looking at lightning bugs. Look at all these motorized freckles.
Yeah, it's dumb. Nobody's using that.
Nobody's ever used that, I feel like.
Pennies from heaven.
That's like women falling down from heaven.
No.
Angels.
Angels.
Sweet angels.
Would be pennies from heaven.
I don't know.
That's easy money.
No!
Like, it's just money that just comes like it. Like I got this new job and it's pennies from heaven.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Penny.
I just sit back, watch cars go by, and my little clicker.
Your clicker?
Yeah, clicker. And I go. I drive by, click. It's pennies from heaven. Yep.
Is that a
Put in
job?
a good word for you.
Is that a job?
I don't know.
You watch cars go by and you click it?
Like you're counting them to see if. I mean, I know they got those.
That seems like more of a pastime than an actual job.
Yeah. Like people are doing that for a hobby.
Yeah, that's their hobby.
Counting cars. Counting blue cars.
All
Alright, we'll make 1950s our last decade of slang, I think. Are we, and as far as time goes? Or do you want to do 60s too?
No, let's just do 50s. I mean, we're past the 45-minute mark here.
Past the 45-minute mark, Marty.
Did you see Back to the Future?
I can't remember.
Okay. I thought we talked about it on
We
the
talked
podcast
about how
one time.
it
I
wasn't-
thought you said you didn't watch it.
I don't think so. If I do, it wasn't very memorable.
So sad.
Sad. Big Brother's watching you.
That's the name of a new Incubus song.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Big Daddy's got your number. Government's spying on you.
Yeah,
type
it
of
is.
thing like that.
Yeah.
I've not used it in the everyday, but I've used it and heard it before.
What about Boo Boo?
Like I've done a boo boo.
Like you made a mistake or you hurt yourself.
Yeah,
A Boo Boo.
I'm sure I use that.
Points.
What about you?
Me, yes.
How many are we at now? 7?
I don't know. Yeah.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Should be.
Yes. It's whatever you want it to be, big boy. Hi-fi.
You high five?
Then motherfucker.
Yeah.
No. High fidelity. Did you know what hi-fi meant?
Uh-huh.
High fidelity, a record player or a turntable, is in hi-fi,
Mm-hmm.
which is
It
different
says it
than...
on like the records
I
themselves.
didn't know what it meant though. So this I found interesting, which is a good place to is a good decade for us to leave ourselves at is hipster. Is when 1950s is when hipster came around.
So what is the actual definition of
Is
hipster?
an innovative and trendy person.
Okay. So it totally makes sense with what we consider hipsters these days.
Yeah, but I feel like hipster means something negative these days.
They
But
do.
why?
Why?
Why? People are jealous.
Not necessarily. I feel like it has that negative connotation on it because I don't know that people are necessarily jealous.
They're jelly.
Like, people say that hipsters, they're the ones that do, like, the minimalist stuff. Like, a lot of people are like, hipsters will just be like, I'm going to just take my MacBook and go to the cafe and write my novel. But I don't have a TV at home because, I mean, nobody uses TV anymore. I listened to records before they started coming back into popularity again. And now I'm really getting into 8-tracks. Starting to collect a lot of those.
So
that's like they try to like. I feel like people think that they're better than everybody else because they've either put themselves in a scenario where they always have to be the first and the hit and the trendsetter, and it's not cool if anybody else does it because then that takes them out of their special spot. So they've always got to be one-upsman about things. You know what I mean? Like that. That's not a real scenario, but what I just gave you was kind of like a presentable. Like everybody now is really back into collecting vinyl again. It's just a popular thing. It's a really cool medium. I have a record player. I like listening to stuff on vinyl. It's just got a different, richer sound to it than listening to it just the regular digital enhanced everything. And it's cool to do it that way. I don't necessarily make it a point to be like, I collect vinyl and I'm better than you kind of a thing. But that for a while, whenever nobody was doing that and not a lot of bands were printing things on vinyl, that was something that they were setting themselves apart from. And
so I'm not a hipster.
No, I don't feel like you are.
No. You're not a hipster.
I don't feel like I am either.
But I am innovative and trendy.
Yeah. I think you're more.
I'm a 1950s hipster.
You're a hipster in the traditional sense.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Not like you. I don't know. I feel like the hipsters these days just try way too hard.
I think that people gave hipsters a bad name and that those guys are just dicks. They're not even hipsters.
Sure. Like they do
like anybody that thinks that they're better than anybody else isn't a hipster. They're just an asshole.
Yeah. But I'm talking
to you.
That's how I feel about a lot of the people that
claim to be.
That's almost the way it kind of went. Like hipsters these days now has that negative connotation on it because that's the way that those people are perceived. You know what I mean? I mean, they could be great people, but it's just at the same time, don't gloat about absolutely everything like you're the bee's knees, if you will.
Yes. Way to go, ankle biter.
Somebody that's like latched onto you. I don't know.
No, it's a child.
Oh, I mean that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. I don't use it.
Yeah.
Are you writing a book?
Yes.
Which I do use this, but in a slightly different word. Is that are you writing a novel?
Like are you taking to like an exuberant amount of time?
Well, when you ask too many questions, like if you're asking like 40 questions about me, I'm like, God, are you writing a novel?
I do that whenever somebody's taking too long on something.
That wouldn't be the same. This is when you're asking
though?
too many questions.
Okay.
This is when you're doing an interview.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That'd be like, are you
like
pooping a lot?
Yeah, like somebody's in the toilet and they're just dicking around on their phone instead of finishing up, and then I'm just like, are you just writing a novel in there, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Words. Backseat bingo.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's making out in the car, in the back of the car.
At
Backseat bingo.
Prospect Point?
At Prospect Point,
I don't use that.
I mean either. DDT. Wasn't that a wrestling move?
That was DDP. Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh.
Not DDT.
No.
Nope.
Double-decker train.
Double-decker town car.
DDT is a drop dead twice.
What does that mean?
It says appropriate response. What, and look like you? I don't get it.
I don't either.
All right, moving on. Frosted means you're angry.
Frosted? Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm so frosted right now.
That's like when you're salty.
Look at my tips.
That's like now when like
Yeah,
people
everybody's
say
got
you're
a lot
salty.
of salt on them.
Mhm.
Yep.
Which means what?
Huh?
Salty. What's that mean?
If you're salty,
Mm-hmm.
you're just pissed off about whatever's happening at that point
You're
in
just
time.
angry.
You're being real salty about that. Like,
Ah.
if we were playing a game together
Mhm.
and you were doing better than me, and I was really frustrated at the game because it's pissing me off that
Like
I'm
we were
doing
being
so
Mortal
bad.
Kombat and I kept drop
Yeah.
kicking you over and
Yeah,
over and over
you
again.
just kept doing like a drop kick and then an uppercut over and over again, and then that was it.
Yeah.
I would be salty because I would be pissed off that I couldn't do anything about the situation.
Which is not a 1950s slang.
No.
All right, moving on. Lay a patch.
A lay a patch?
Mm-hmm.
That's whenever you're about to finish and you just pull out and you just release your seed upon the woman.
You lay a patch.
You're laying a patch down.
I thought in the same genital area,
Yeah.
but I was thinking that like to lay a patch would be to
Like you just nestle your head in
would be like
in the furry.
would be fur on fur.
Fur on fur?
Would be to lay a patch
Okay.
or something along those lines.
But
Because I'm
it's
thinking
not.
the 50s, you got a lot of bush
Muff.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have razors back then.
Lay a patch. I'm sure they experimented with them before. What am I trying to invented? Sure, they invented razors.
Sure, they
before
experimented with them before.
Experimented. Lay a patch to accelerate so rapidly you leave a patch of rubber on the road. It says you're burning rubber.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Laying a patch.
We should just say
Laying a
burning
patch.
rubber.
Yeah.
When did burning rubber then come about?
I don't know.
That seems like a very 50s-esque term, speaking of like how... I know Grease wasn't made in the 50s, but it took place in the 50s. So did Happy Days. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And they all used the term burning rubber. They didn't use laying a patch.
Was it the 50s?
Yeah.
Or was it the 60s?
Grease?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be set in the 50s.
I don't know my decades.
Why not?
Definitely don't know my decades of slang. Last but not least, in our first edition of Decades of Slang, do you know what a subterranean is?
Subterranean?
Yeah.
Like mole people?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Hipster.
That's a hipster?
Yeah, it's a subterranean.
So, subterranean is a hipster, and then a hipster is an innovative person.
Yeah, so a subterranean is an innovative and trendy person.
So
Also.
is that like beyond, like that's the person that's going back and collecting Laserdisc and 8-tracks because they want to be a step above?
No.
They're subterranean.
I think that it's just another word for a hipster.
Okay.
But like what I think is that for all the current day hipsters that aren't the jackass version of a hipster,
Jackass?
yeah, like
Welcome to Jackass.
not like that.
Welcome to Jackass.
Like people that are being douchies and they're like
douchies.
they're like, oh, the correct 8-tracks. Like those people, they can take the word hipster and they can do whatever they want with it. But I say we take on subterranean.
Okay. I'm down.
And we change the name of the podcast to the Subterraneans.
No. Not down.
And we say, hey, welcome to the Subterraneans.
No. We're not rebranding this early.
Oh. Where
It says it took place in 1959.
Oh, there we go.
So Grease took place in about 1959. It says, let's say Hairsprays took place in about 1962.
Okay.
It has to be somewhere between 1955 or later.
Okay.
I guess Danny's blue windbreaker at the beginning of the film was intended as a nod to Rebel Without a Cause.
Huh.
I had no idea about that.
I didn't know it either.
What about Happy Days? When did that take place?
I don't know.
What should I type? Happy Days. Well, when did
Year.
when did Happy Days take place? And that one says the 1950s. Okay, cool.
Okay. So everything's the 50s.
Yep.
It was-
Everything's the 50s.
It was all hi-fi and DDT up in there.
Down to trans.
Are we
Down to trans.
are we gonna play the kids out with a tune?
Let's play the kids out with a tune called Speakeasy
All right.
to kind of just bring it all together. So, as always, make sure that you like the channel, follow us, subscribe. Our Twitters here are on the side. As you can see, I'm RandomHeroXIX, and he is Shadows. And thank you again for tuning in. We will be back very shortly with part 2 of the Decades game.
Slang for the Decades!
Slang for the Decades, and we'll be in the 60s.
All the broken barrels paralyzed. Oh, speak easy, tell me what I want to hear. So break a bottle, start a fight to make me feel alive tonight. Tonight I'll fall apart. So please, don't let her down. The rest of me has failed her too many times. So please, don't let her down. The rest of me has too much before. Before